Good morning. This is PJ. It is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. We're here for our daily lectionary readings. We've got our three readings. Psalm 100, once again, is going to be our psalm reading. We're going to continue in the book of Ezekiel, but we're going to jump ahead. So Ezekiel 45, 1 through 9 is our Old Testament reading. And then we're going to be taking a look at Acts. Acts chapter 9, verses 32 through 35. That is going to be our New Testament reading. Listen in to the scripture. Psalm 100. On your feet now. Applaud God. Bring a gift of laughter. Sing yourself into his presence. Know this. God is God. And God? God. He made us. We didn't make him. We're his people. His well-tended sheep. Enter with the password. Thank you. Make yourself at home. Talking praise. Thank him. Worship him. For God is sheer beauty, all generous and love, loyal always and ever. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 45. When you divide up the inheritance of the land, you must set aside part of the land as sacred space for God, approximately 7 miles long by 6 miles wide. All of it holy ground. Within this rectangle, reserve 750-foot square for sanctuary, with a 75-foot buffer zone surrounding it. Mark off within the sacred reserve a section 7 miles long by 3 miles wide. The sanctuary, with its Holy of Holies, will be placed there. This is where the priest will live, those who lead worship in the sanctuary and serve God there. Their houses will be there along with the holy place. To the north of the sacred reserve, an area roughly 7 miles long and 2¼ miles wide will be set aside for land for the villages of the Levites who administer the affairs of worship in the sanctuary. To the south of the sacred reserve, measure off a section 7 miles long and about 1.5 miles wide for the city itself, an area held in common by the whole family of Israel. The prince gets the land abutting the 7 miles east and west borders of the central sacred square, extending eastward toward the Jordan and westward toward the Mediterranean. This is the prince's possession in Israel. My princes will no longer bully my people, running roughshod over them. They'll respect the land that it has been allotted to the tribes. This is the message of God, the Master. I've put up with you long enough, Prince of Israel. Quit bullying and taking advantage of my people. Do what's just and right for a change. Use honest scales, honest weights, and honest measures. Every pound must have 16 ounces. Every gallon must measure 4 quarts, and the ounce is the basic measure for both. And your coins must be honest. No wooden nickels. Our New Testament reading comes from the book of Acts, chapter 9, verses 32 through 35. Peter went off on a mission to visit all the churches. In the course of his travels, he arrived in Lydia and met with the believers there. He came across a man. His name was Aeneas, who had been in bed 8 years, paralyzed. Peter said, Aeneas, Jesus Christ heals you. Get up and make your bed. And he did it, and jumped right out of bed. Everyone who lived in Lydia and Sharon saw him walking around and woke up to the fact that God was alive and active among them. Here ends our readings for the day. Peace. Have a beautiful day.